Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
Last winter I told you about my new snow shovel, a shovel so advanced that it came with an instruction booklet. When a snow shovel includes an owner's manual, a rational person would have to conclude that I overbought. Undeterred by that exercise in excess, I headed back to the big box store, the orange one, recently to purchase a new grass and weed trimmer. My old one had finally died. Well, it didn't really die in the traditional sense. The spool at the bottom ran out of nylon line. What little line was left was a tangled mess, and I don't do well trying to thread things. If Betsy Ross had been this clumsy with thread, we'd be flying the Union Jack. I refused to buy trimmer line in bulk anyway because of the false implication that I welcome frequent and prolonged hard labor in summer heat. Mindful that I had overdone it with a snow shovel, I did not grab the most expensive trimmer on the rack. Perhaps if I were going into the landscaping business, the $179 model would have made sense. But at this point in my life, I have no entrepreneurial urges. I settled for the $69 battery-powered model. Not exactly top of the line, but not exactly weed whacking for dummies either. Somewhere in between. Reduced to their essence, the instructions basically say this: plug in the charger, charge the weed whacker, go whack something. My last trimmer was electric, but I vowed not to get the electric model this time. You know how much a 100-foot extension cord weighs? And other than the engine in my car, I'm done with gasoline-powered machines, so the gas model was out. There are advantages with going battery-powered. Foremost among them is this: you don't have to work too hard. Why? Because you can't. Unlike the electric whacker I've retired from service, the battery-powered whacker is only good for 20 minutes at a time. I'm fine with that. After 20 minutes, it needs a break to recharge. So do I, although my break normally runs in the 24-hour to 48-hour range. I have no particular pattern when I'm whacking weeds. It's like baseball. See the ball, hit the ball. See the weed, whack the weed. There's no need to overthink this, so I have no plan of attack. I tend to trim while turning around 360 degrees with me at the center of the swath. When I'm finished, the yard looks like it's full of crop circles left behind by a UFO, which is fine because the whole idea of obsessing about the yard is alien to me. I suppose I could just ignore the weeds and let them win. I shovel snow in the winter even though I know that more snow is coming, so why do I do it? Shoveling snow and cutting weeds may waste more man-hours than any other activity I can imagine. Still, we men do it. It's a DNA thing. Plus, I like the noise. Back in the day when I cut my own grass, I had the loudest mower in the neighborhood. I am man. Hear me mow. If you're pondering a new weed whacker of your own, keep in mind that this device comes with a built-in limitation. It's a trimmer, not a terminator. The weeds are only whacked down to ground level. The roots are still down there, safe from any real harm. The weeds will just grow back, and they are laughing at you. I acknowledge the problem, and you know what? I don't care. I've got news for the weeds. Mr. Black, Mr. Decker, and I will be waiting.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.